How many times throughout the day, the second you're bored, you have to reach out for your phone or you have to stay away from your thoughts and your mind? You're scared to be alone. You're scared to have solitude or times of not receiving inputs from other minds. This is an issue. I'm reading Digital Minimalism by Cal Newport right now, and he talks just about this, and I kind of want to raise it up because it's super interesting in today's society, and I really think it can help you. So, solitude deprivation, what is it really? This is a state of being where you are receiving inputs from other minds and you don't have time for yourself. You don't have time alone with your own thoughts. Time alone with yourself, just reflecting. Newport talks about the value of this time being alone. And the issue with today's society is, and with our phones in general, is the second we're bored, we reach for our phones. At every onset of boredom, stress, whatever you want to call it, we reach for our phones, we reach for technology, we call people, we distract ourselves with text messages. We just want to get our mind in a different state so we're not alone, so we're not in solitude. And this is a very dangerous place to be because our minds are not built for this. We need time alone, and when you're alone, that's the only time you could process your emotions. Something we can't do when we're constantly receiving input from other minds, whether it's Instagram, DMs, scrolling on Instagram. This is all external input. So my experience with this is, and a little bit before I read the book, is many times myself, I would go on walks and I would just distract myself, whether it's audiobooks or music or any video. I would just not use those times to be with my own thoughts and have that time for myself. I would pretty much be scared to have times when I'm just by myself, walking by myself, cooking, because I get bored, so I have to distract myself in some way. And I know many people experience this for a fact, but it's dangerous. Yes, you can listen to audiobooks, you can listen to all these whatever YouTube videos, educational stuff, really important. But I really believe that you need a balance. You really need a balance. If you're walking, for example, to the gym, yes, you can listen to an audiobook, but on the way back, try and just walk and observe nature, your thoughts, just be with yourself. Your mind really needs that time off. And I feel like in today's society, every second that we're bored or every second that we're just walking or doing something or just waking up, we need music in our ears, we need some input, we need to be scrolling, we need to be distracted. This is really scary if you think about it. And to really say that awareness of itself is transformative. So now you have this with you, you know the importance of solitude. And solitude doesn't really mean you have to be alone in the woods, away from society. Newport talks about how you could be in a coffee shop with other people surrounding you, and that's solitude, right? Because you're focused on yourself, you're not scrolling on your phone, you're not doing anything, you're with yourself, with your thoughts, enjoying your cup of coffee or anything like that. So what are some practical tips and practices that you can use to have more times of solitude during your day? The first thing is go on longer walks. And especially when you go on these walks, don't bring your phone and just try to be with your thoughts, observe them, enjoy the outside nature, enjoy being outside. It's so important. But try to make them longer than usual. If you already go on these walks, it's so vital. It'll give you much more time to process all these emotions that you go through throughout the day, and you really, really need that time off. And so another practice is journaling your thoughts. Again, this is another way that you can be with yourself, with your own mind, free from any inputs from other minds. And lastly, don't be afraid to be in your room, think. It doesn't mean you're unproductive if you're just thinking, or yes, you could be looking at a wall. It's not depressing or anything. You could be thinking about your job, about school, about the next day, about your goals, whatever it is. I really think just being in your room alone and having time to think and think about your day, think about your goals, where you're going, could really be so vital. And it's not depressing. Yes, you could be like, I was looking at a wall for 20 minutes today. It happens to me sometimes, and I feel like that helps actually, because it helps me think things through and process them and think through my goals and aspirations. And I hope you really took from this video some practical steps that you can start practicing more solitude in your day. And don't be like all these people in society that are just solitude deprived. And all they do is, at any given moment, they have to distract themselves with pulling out their phones, with calling people, with talking to people. We don't need that.